They call it the 4-year curse. In the world of blockchain trade consortiums, 4 years is usually the time it takes for a project to die without a whimper.
I would say the attitude towards blockchain has really changed from the beginning to when we launched. At the beginning, blockchain was perceived as a good technology because it's a digitized version of trust. However, when you start to implement, you realize actually it's much more complicated than that. There are challenges from maybe legal, technology, cost, business model, incentive.
5 years ago, 8 giants, shipping lines, terminal operators, decided to stop talking about change and start building it. The mission? Make global trade paperless, accessible, and sustainable.
I would say it was more a pioneer's ambition, at the same time having to be very pragmatic about things in the shipping industry. That could be a double-edged sword. So the real challenge is actually not building the tech. It's building the governance and the trust for competitors to actually share data with each other. As a consultant, you're planning for a road trip on a sunny day. As COO, I'll be taking a ship to cross the ocean, navigate through all weather conditions and potentially sudden storms.
Then, the world happened. COVID, the Ever Given, the Red Sea, tariffs, geopolitics. The smooth transition we imagined was met with a global supply chain on fire.
During COVID, all the courier was stopped and all the documentation counter was closed. So impossible for people to exchange the document, instead to get the cargo out of the terminal. With cargo release, they can handle everything digitally, remotely, and in a timely basis. So in that situation, all the users can secure their cargo can be released on time.
The blockchain hype died down, but we were never there for the hype. We use blockchain internally for cryptographic ledger capability. This property enables us to ensure trust in the network.
But not every idea we had was successful.
Actually, the first project was an epic failure. Epic failure in the sense that there's no usage whatsoever. First application that I built is basically to facilitate the data sharing with banks. But I think we are so focused on this particular document that we forget to zoom out and look at the rest of the process. In trade finance, EBL is just one of the many documents. And to sort of make things worse, a few years ago, EBL adoption is below 5%. Naturally, the bank's response is like, why should I bother? And we didn't really have a good answer.
The struggles were, at times, overwhelming. We were learning the hard way that technology alone wasn't a silver bullet. Then, our only competitor, TradeLens, who had more financial backing, a broader network, and a much larger team, suddenly announced they were shutting down.
Around 2022, early 2023, when the announcement was made, a lot of people start to say, well, if Maersk and IBM cannot do it, why do you believe that your small group of people in Hong Kong, you can survive, you can make it happen? Potentially, the thing that saved us, if you will, is our stakeholders, they actually say, no, we really believe in this project. And that was actually a very strong sign of support.
When we bring up an idea to our stakeholders, if they easily say yes to the idea, likely they haven't think it through. But once they say no, they will give me a list of concerns and feedback. Based on that feedback, we can build some product which can bring them true value and something they really can use.
From those initial frictions came the breakthrough application, the electronic bill of lading.
The supply chain industry pushed digitalization for a few decades. However, most of the solution only focus on one or few touch points. It's not about switching from paper to digital. It orchestrates the documentation flow, payment flow, and physical flow into one. EBL is the solution.
And we got to work. We started building. We started building towards a future where EBL is the anchor for digital trade.
One of the things that we need to enable is for the EBL to interoperate between different solution providers, such that more people are actually willing to adopt. We also play a very special role, which is the control tracking registry. We need to be the single source of truth. We need to provide the perfect audit trail.
With the walls down, the next frontier isn't just about moving data seamlessly. It's about creating real value for industry players.
Idea is very simple. The transfer of the EBL is conditional upon the receipt of the payment. When I was working as a commercial banking relationship manager, I primarily actually serve SMEs. They face a lot of administrative burden. They are often denied credits because they haven't proven themselves. If linking the EBL with the payment can lessen their administrative burden, great. If linking the EBL with trade finance can make trade finance more accessible to SMEs, even better.
At GSBN, I do think we have the opportunity to build a source of truth, for example, for green claims, as we are able to provide immutable, verifiable primary source of data for sustainability. Whether it's for verifying carbon footprint for a specific voyage or tracking the life cycle of green fuels, our role is to provide a trust layer.
So what does the future of GSBN look like?
After 5 years, we managed to get to the first stage. It's like video game. We get the first boss. We've earned the right to try for the next one. And the next one is even more exciting. This industry will become more digitized. It's a given. We can really fundamentally rethink how global trade is done. I don't believe we'll have a world where everything is driven by AI agent. What's going to happen is still rely on human being to do transaction. However, in the trust layer, in the coordination layer, you need better tool to do this.
Every seaworthy vessel has its shakedown voyage, a test trip before it enters regular service. We didn't survive our shakedown by chance. We survived because our members and partners stood by us through the darkest moments. Now, our hull is proven, our crew is ready, and the destination has never been clearer. And from here, the horizon is just the beginning. Let's write the next chapter together.